everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the weekly objective events. So let's get into them. First off, whenever we kill monsters and dragons this week, we will be getting a event gem, and they have reduced the cost of these. Last week they were 250, 500, and 1000 on these higher three, and now they've basically been chopped in half. Saurian is not that good of a troop, but we will definitely want to aim at least the gems, and possibly if we have the time, we'll go all the way to 500 this week. The best place to farm these, if you were going to do so, would be to go over to Dragon's Claw. The main reason for this is the entire kingdom is dragons, so if we go here, we should be able to easily get at least 3 dragons. For this, we will just want to use some kind of explore farming team. For this, I just use Valkyrie, Rowan, Double Siren, and just doing this will easily be able to get us about 3 to 4 every single time. This kingdom will pretty much always draw you 3 dragons, and may even get you a monster on top of that, which would of course help you. So we'll hope for a red right here, and we do get it, but not enough mana. And we'll just throw the other Siren, and that should pretty much be it, unless he gives us some color. Nope. I think I might just take red. Play it safe. Oh, of course, we don't get the surge. Maybe I shouldn't have done that then. So let's go and aim at the red-blue and hopefully get red. There we go. Okay. And we'll be able to use that somewheres, and then that will end it out as soon as we do our Rowan cast. So we'll do that on red. All the red spawning we were doing gave us a lot of room to be able to do that, and then we can just wipe them out with the Rowan. And because it is Fey Week, this is even more powerful than it normally is, because Rowan now has a 25% bonus this week. Though this late in the game, that will always pretty much one-shot. But now, even if you're a little bit lower in the game, you could even try doing a similar thing, and your Rowan may still be able to, or may now be able to, do the exact same thing. But anyways, that's pretty much how we're going to be farming this week, all of the gems that we'll be needing to unlock all of this. So let's go now into the double Traitstones. Whenever you use a Snow Guardian in PvP this week, you will get twice as much Traitstone. This means whatever Traitstone you get, you'll just get 2 copies of them. It does not give you 2 different copies. But these are the 2 teams that we will be using. The left one will be more for earlier game, just with the 3 Guardians, and of course the Snow Guardian up front. We set double yellow, mainly just so we can keep getting humility up. We don't want to go double blue, because we want as many blues on the board, so our Snow Guardian can gain an extra turn. And the other team, of course, we're just using the Valkyrie, Valkyrie Justice Queen map combo, which is of course very, very powerful and broken right now, and it works perfectly with synergy with the Snow Guardian. So those 2 teams are going to be extremely effective in getting all these Traitstones, and you definitely want to use a Snow Guardian in pretty much all your invading teams this week, as the double Traitstone reward is a pretty good bonus just for completing PvP matches. With those teams, you'll probably be able to complete a PvP match at about the same rate as any other of the faster teams in the game, so it'll be pretty decent. And now let's go over to the 2 bonuses. There are 2 of them this week. There is a 25% bonus for all Divinion Fields, as well as a 25% bonus for all Fey. And here are the 2 builds that we are going to be doing today. The first one is mainly a Orion one-shot build with a all Divinion Fields, and the other one is a all Fey from Fars of Thorns. Unfortunately, Glacial Peaks doesn't really have an excessively good 4x Fey. Of course, Queen Mab is a pretty good Fey, but the other ones are only about halfway decent. But we're going to be going over those 2 and seeing what we can do with them. So let's go straight into the first one now and do the double Orion, or I mean double bonus Orion. He's actually the only troop in the entire game right now to be a double bonus, because if we go to Divinion Fields right now, it's Divinion Fields and Fey. Well, there's only one Fey in Divinion Fields, and that is Orion. He is deemed as one of the weaker legendaries in this game, though fully traded, he does have a 75% chance to ignore armor, and that can be very, very powerful with high attack. And the fact that he already has such a high base attack, plus the fact he's getting 50% bonus, and the fact that we can just buff it up with Stargazer for 20 on our current magic is excessively good. And we'll basically just be able to one-shot any of the enemies that we have. And of course, we might as well do it with all Divinion Fields, because they're all getting a 25% bonus this week. So, we are going to want to go browns and reds first. This is mainly so we can get our Ragnagord up. Ragnagord has the lowest mana cost of any exploding troop. There is a troop or a hero weapon that can do it slightly quicker than him. But as far as any troop, he has the quickest explosion in the entire game, or at least multiple explosion. So we'll get that up. As you can see, he already has it up in just 2 turns. He could have done it in 1 if we got a surge, but we did miss the surge. So the other 2 do have empowered, so we can use it from turn 1. We actually have such a high base attack that we can one-shot everything other than the Dragon Soul. So let's make that literally everything. So that'll boost up his attack, and now it's 74. As long as he hits his true shot, which he has a 75% chance in doing, he will one-shot all of the enemies right here. So like right there, armor piercing, and then, well, it revived into something else, but we did get the kill. And there we go again, true shot, one shot. And we basically just keep repeating that with skulls. Unfortunately, there's no way to build this team into skull spam if you were to do it with all Divinion Fields. The main reason is Divinion Fields doesn't have any. Astral Spirit, we don't really need to cast. We'll just do this on a color, just clear out the board and go from there. We don't really need to cast his ability. His ability is actually one of the reasons why he's considered one of the weaker legends, or even just one of the weaker troops in general in the game, is just because of how inconsistent it is. It does anywhere from 3 to 52 damage, or at least because of the 50% bonus, he has like excessively high magic, and he gains 5 magic every single time. But unlike Berserker, which increases both fields, the bottom one and the higher one, Orion only buffs up his higher one, leaving a huge random gap, which makes it extremely inconsistent. He does do a Hunter's Mark with it, but normally if you're going to use something like a Stargazer from Divinion Fields, you don't even need the Hunter's Mark to really be able to one-shot. And as you can see, especially this week with the 50% bonus, we don't even need anything close to that to be needing the one-shot. We're already one-shotting without any Hunter's Mark, so we'll do that again. And of course, everything wants to revive. That figures. So we don't have enough to kill it, though I think this would be an instance in which I will use the Astral Spirit just to get its true or just to get its HP down. And if we wanted to, we can just explode and hopefully do that again for the kill. He's going to increase armor and attack, but that's not really going to matter because all we are doing is true damage for the most part. So we'll just explode some from the board, get the mana that we need. A little bit short, and the Cascade did not give it to us. I actually gave him a skull that we needed. So we'll just have to keep poking from the board until we can just get it off. So let's do this for the blue. Oh, wait. I accidentally thought that was Astral Spirit for a moment. That's a fail. I was going to do that to remove the brown, but yeah, that's not Astral Spirit. But we got her ability up and an extra turn, so I guess it worked out in the end. So we'll just take that. True Shot. We have hit True Shot every single time to one-shot every single one of these. So that's going pretty well. Just in case we don't hit True Shot, let's attack buff him. And then all we have to do is take a skull whenever we can find one. Fortunately, that doesn't appear like we'll be getting one. But if we have to, we can just Astral Spirit, explode Astral Spirit, and then that'll be matched. Come on, give us that skull. Perfect. And there we go. We just True Shotted one shot every single thing on his team. And he got like 3. Look at that. We killed 7 troops. That's how many times he revived. He got 3 revives on this team. Such an annoying team. But we do get 7 gems from this. So that is very good. As you can see, if they do summon, you still get the points for them. He kept summoning dragons, so we still got event points for the dragons. One other thing to mention with the Snow Guardian troops and getting 2 times as many Traitstones this week. Oh, actually, before I go into that, you may see that we got a victory on our defend team. I actually set my defend teams to something pretty strong. Orion, because it has a double buff this week. Bone Dragon, Courage, and a Plague. Plague, I normally say, is one of the weaker mythics in this game, but with 25% bonus, he's actually pretty good. Mainly because he has Impervious and the aspect of Plague, which reduces random skill on 4 times and 5 times matches, or 2 of them. But yeah, I've been using this as my defend team. I think it has like about a 50% win rate. Yeah, it's almost about 50%, which is pretty decent because most things late game do not get anywhere near 50%. Anything that can get close to it's normally pretty decent. But anyways, let's go now and explain what I was about to explain, which is these 2 Snow Guardians, or just Snow Guardians in general. One thing to note is I'm not actually going to do it because we already did many videos on this, but with the Snow Guardians, if you do use it this week and the Snow Guardian dies, you still get double Traitstones at the end of the battle. So let's go now into the last team here. Actually, I want to see if we can try getting Skull Spam against this, because it'll be really funny with the 25% bonus on it. Do you have Skull Spam? No, you do not. Let me just repick a couple times until we can actually find something that can do skulls. Like a Bone Dragon. Come on, Bone Dragon used to be so popular. Where did they all go? Like, normally I'd see like a billion Bone Dragons every single time I repick, and now I can't find... There we go, finally, Bone Dragon. Oh, he does have a Wraith, though. Ooh, I'm scared of that Wraith, but I think I'm still going to do it anyways. But we're going to be doing our Fey team now and see if we can kill through this. So let's go and do that now. This is going to be pretty decent. They all get a 25% bonus. It is a little bit slow and kind of depends on the enemy having skull spam, because we'll be able to use that skull spam against them. Gloomleaf is normally more towards the lower end of legendaries, but this week, again, pretty much any event week can kind of make troops that used to be bad or still are bad into something that actually are somewhat decent, because Orion, he's decent this week, and Gloomleaf, because it has so much armor, so much HP, we're going to be able to utilize that 50% return damage that it has. So we just really need to kill out this Wraith. We need that cleanse off naturally, and we need to kill that Wraith. One thing to note is if we do shield the Gloomleaf and it does return damage, it will do that full damage back to them. So that is very, very good. Unfortunately, one bad thing about doing that is it currently does not stop skull spam. I think it's supposed to, but it doesn't actually do so as of currently. But we'll give it a shield. Shield, actually, if I'm not mistaken, if he doesn't damage us, I believe shield protects against Deathmark. I haven't tried that interaction for a while now, but if I'm not mistaken, shield can actually deflect it. So hopefully we will get that to trigger. And then we'll know for sure. But that will kill out the Wraith, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. You can see they don't really have that much armor anymore, but we'll still take it off. Okay, we got the cleanse, so we'll now reduce all of their armor. Now we're just a huge tank, and he just took off the barrier with his plagues, 3 reduction every single turn. But we'll just take some skulls, kill that out. It would actually be beneficial if he gets Bone Dragon out right now, because him getting Bone Dragon will literally just kill himself when he casts off our Gloomleaf. So we'll just take this, get a bunch of our blues to green. We could do that again, but we're not really gaining much of a benefit. I'm mainly just hoping he will take his mana if I can ever clear out this board. And we might as well just throw another Rowan down at him. And then, oops, I forgot to take the green. Oh, and that already in itself, I forgot. 25% Rowan buff. That's a lot stronger than it seems. But yeah, might even want to use armor buff teams with a Rowan. Would be pretty insane this week. But yeah. That will pretty much wrap it up for this event. If you guys have any other questions about any of the rewards or anything in general with Gems of War, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.